Okay, now I want to talk about instant gratification a little bit. Because, you know, I'm American and I grew up in New York City. So I have to say that I feel like I'm basically kind of like a product of my environment, right? Growing up, you know, with consumerism, right? Look, these fucking socks, man. I used those ugly bottles. Oh, speaking of that, that's how you know how real or fake and staged or set up something is. The lack of marketing, right? Because, like, if you think about, let's just say, a model home. You go to a model home to check it out, right? Every time you see something on social media, like if it's like a commercial or a movie, if it's a commercial selling a specific brand of product, of course, they're going to focus everything on their brand name. And then, of course, if it's a movie, yes, you have placement marketing. But I'm talking about, like, let's just say a model home. What does it lack? A real home has marketing everywhere, right? Because you're a consumer. You have cleaning products that have labels. Everything has a fucking label, right? You see, even your clothing has, you know, logos and marketing everywhere. I mean, look at his shirt. His shirt says, "Mighty cute." So that's how you know how real or fake something is. So if there's whatever you're looking at, if it's lacking the wording and marketing and logos, that's how you really know it's staged or faked, right? Anyway, with regards to the instant gratification mindset and culture that I grew up in New York City, like, just to give you an example, I mean, I had fast food and, like, I'm just, like, closing my eyes, trying to imagine all the things that I had within reach, right? Because I lived basically in the heart of Chinatown, I guess you could say. And I had everything I could want or need, you know, within walking distance. And I guess that's probably why some people say, like, New York City is one of the greatest cities in the world, because you have everything you need with, you know, because a lot of times in a big city, most likely it's homogenous, meaning it's just like, you know, one kind of people. But New York City, you got, like, you know, every ethnic food you can think of, right? You got Lebanese food, Ethiopian, Indian, etc. And then, so, like, just my apartment building, across the street I had fast food, I had a Chinese restaurant, I had a bank. You know, I don't need to, like, go very far. Although the weirdest thing about when I was living there, I did have to take the fucking train for, like, almost 2 hours, because you have to walk really far to get to the train. I remember I had to walk to, like, basically City Hall to catch the number 6 train. And then I had to switch trains, and it was a long journey. So it took me almost about 2 hours to get to my high school, because I went to 2 different high schools. And then for college, I ended up going to a different borough, right? So, and then eventually I moved to Queens in order to be closer to my school, because it was like a long, for whatever reason, everything you need is gonna be a long commute. That's the weird thing, is like, even though it's a convenient city, everything that I needed was really fucking far away. Isn't it always like that? Don't you find that really annoying? But anyways, going back to the instant gratification, I feel like this is going to be a long video. Look, it's already 5.5 minutes. So I used the bottles to try and widen this fucking thing so it's not like suffocating and, you know, restricting my blood flow, but it still feels really tight. I showed you guys what it looks like. Excuse me. Sorry, that was kind of gross. Anyway, so we live in a culture of instant gratification, and you know, I had $40 Chinese massage ladies in town, right? So you could say that I was really spoiled, or, you know, growing up in New York City, having everything. I mean, obviously I was a child, so it's not like, you know, I could just go and do whatever the fuck I want. I'm just saying that, you know, now looking back, because, you know, you never know what you have until you've lost it, right? My point is, instant gratification, you know, in the States, in a first world country, you're just used to getting things right now, right? And not just that, but like, you've got the whole debt, you know, problem, because of course they want you to be in debt, right? So if you want to have good credit, you have to prove that you can borrow money and pay it back responsibly, and it's like a double-edged sword, because, you know, it's just designed to keep you a debt slave. But anyways, that's not what I'm trying to talk about. I'm just talking about instant gratification, because, you know, nowadays you've got what? Is it Klarna or whatever? I mean, I've used that shit to buy things when I didn't have money for that shit. Oh, but I can afford everything I want. Anyway, instant gratification definitely spoils you. You know, because living in Cambodia, I'm telling you guys, this whole fucking mattress issue, it shouldn't have dragged on for so fucking long. Like, if I was in the States, I would simply walk into a fucking mattress store, tell them I want this one, try them all, and be like, yeah, I want the one for side and stomach sleepers, and then I can probably get same-day delivery, for all I know. I'm sure back where I was living at, in the States, I'm sure I could have gotten the same-day delivery, because my place was literally like, not even 5 minutes from the mattress shop. And then I told you guys, like, just the challenge of finding a lawnmower. Because, like, that's just not, like, readily available in abundance here. It's not like, you know, you got these big box stores, like, you know, Lowe's and Home Depots, etc., right? You really gotta actively search for it. I told you, I went on Facebook, tried to look for it. I contacted the seller, and then they told me that they were out of stock. They don't sell that shit anymore. You know, so these are the things I'm sharing. You know, my experiences with you guys, so you guys know what to expect. And it's not that I'm, you know, specifically putting out, you know, Cambodia content. It's really just, you know, it's good for you to fucking know that these are things to be aware of before you decide, like, hey, I'm just gonna, you know, sell all my shit and relocate and start a new fucking life. It's not that simple. You know, somebody brought up fucking health insurance. That is definitely a concern. And I told you guys, with regards to healthcare, as a veteran, I get free healthcare, right, in the States. I don't have that shit here. No free healthcare here. So, of course, I'm just waiting until I get back to the States to... But then, even then, when it's free, I told you how I feel about it. You know, because it's like, everything is just designed to turn you into a slave. And as a Sagittarius, I feel like everything is about slavery, right? Let's just say, for example, you're a slave to your pets, to your kids, and your responsibilities, your job. I'm a slave to my spirit dolls. I'm a slave to mowing the lawn, right? The green upkeeping the spaces, right? I mean, when you have a house, especially nowadays, they're not really built to last. Everything nowadays is built to break down, because that's why mechanics exist. And, it's just, when you think about everything and all the bullshit, like, is it really, can you live with it? Because like I said, it's oranges and apples. You really cannot compare, right? First world country versus third world country. I mean, Cambodia is technically, what you would say call third world, right? What do you call third world? I mean, what the fuck did I just hear? Like, sometimes if I hear a really random noise, I'm just like, that distracts me. Honestly, I'm just grateful that I haven't been bitten by mosquitoes in the last, because, okay, speaking about mosquitoes, I think I should probably start another video. But I don't feel like it. Let me just get a drink of water. Because I know that my master phone is going to cut out soon. It's already at 11 minutes. The last video was 6 and 7 minutes, so that's about 13 minutes. So that's only good for, like, no more than 3 more minutes. Now, the frequency I was telling you guys about, I don't know if you actually bothered to check it out, the channel I told you guys about, for the anti-insect, whatever, repellent channel. The one for the fucking cat, oh my god, it's like screeching. Somebody was complaining in the comments section for like almost every video, I don't know, for that channel. The guy was like, I got tinnitus or whatever, my ears are ringing from this. Well, you dumbass, why don't you use earplugs? I mean, somebody's always gonna complain. So the feedback that I saw, overwhelming majority of the comments, they say that it works, it really works, that it helped them. But there were some people who did complain that it actually attracted more bugs or whatever. So I don't know. You just gotta try it out for yourself. I mean, if you have a pest issue and it's that bothersome, you're gonna try anything. Another thing is, so first I talked to you about, like, instant gratification, like in the United States, or any first world country where, we're just used to getting things done quick, fast, easy, we're just spoiled, like, because we're used to getting things now, right? Because we're in the age of consumerism. Now. And here, you gotta loosen up and you gotta be patient. Because look at how long it's taken. I still don't have the fucking mattress. Just because you have the money and you want to buy something doesn't mean you're gonna get what you want right away, is my point, right? Because I already explained to you the situation of, dealing with the seller. Look, I wanted to wear this shirt to give God free marketing, but what's the point of wearing this shirt if I'm covering up the marketing? Okay, I need to blow my nose, but 14 minutes is way more than enough time for a fucking video, so let me just give myself a fucking break. Oops, shit. I just fucked